Hello everyone, my name's Mallory and I'm here with All About Cats. In today's video, we're going to be talking about flea treatments. So a while back, We're All About Cats published a complete guide to getting rid of a flea infestation. So in order to write that guide, I spent a lot of time researching the different types of flea treatments available, the different insecticides that are used in those treatments, and how safe each of those insecticides are for cats. And I also spent some time learning about the best approaches to getting rid of a flea infestation. So based on all of that time and research, I've chosen these products as the most effective and safest flea treatments you can use for your cat. The first sign that your cat has fleas is scratching. So cats who have fleas are going to be scratching themselves quite a bit because the fleas are going to be biting them and they're going to become quite itchy with an allergic dermatitis. You're also potentially going to notice some fleas on your cat's body. But in order to really confirm that your cat does have a flea infestation, you're going to want to use a flea comb. And that's where our very first product comes in. So this is the Safari Flea Comb. This is a really economical, really straightforward little comb, but it works really well. So it's a very fine tooth comb, and you're going to use this comb to thoroughly go through your cat's coat and remove those fleas. So just combing your cat thoroughly and depositing those fleas into a bowl of soapy water can remove about 80% of the fleas that are on your cat's body. So it's a really effective first step in getting a handle on the infestation and kind of giving your cat some relief. The second thing that you can think about doing is giving your cat a bath. This is a particularly good option if you have a really young kitten who can't use any flea medications yet. You can bathe them in just a gentle, mild dish soap like Dawn. That said, you can also consider using a flea shampoo. Flea shampoos tend to be a little bit controversial. They present a high risk of irritation, and they tend to be a little bit on the riskier side. But if you are set on using a flea shampoo, I would recommend this flea shampoo from Adams. So because this shampoo both contains a neurotoxin that kills adult fleas and an insect growth regulator that prevents new fleas from hatching, it helps to both kill the fleas on your cat's body and to prevent further infestation. So this shampoo will be effective for about 28 days after you've used it, and it can help to really slow down that infestation. That being said, some cats do find this irritating, and a bath is always kind of a risk with a cat, so it's definitely not a necessary product to use. So again, a bath isn't going to be the best option for every cat, and it's not always the most effective choice. So if you really want to wipe out the entire flea infestation on your cat's body, you're going to want to choose an oral medication. So we have two top recommendations for the best oral flea medications, and both of them contain the same active ingredient. So it's an insecticide called nitinpyram. Now, nitinpyram has a really solid safety reputation. Neither of these medications seem to cause side effects or make cats sick. They seem to be really consistent, really safe products. So within 30 minutes, this product should start working to kill the adult fleas on your cat's body. This medication doesn't prevent fleas from reproducing, and it doesn't kill the fleas in your home. You're still going to need to work on that. But it does something really valuable, which is providing rapid relief. Now, at this point, you might be asking, well, why do we have two options here? Well, it's really up to you. These products appear to be virtually identical. Just one is a little bit more expensive than the other. So it's really just a matter of preference and your budget. So an oral medication like these is going to be enough for most cats. But if you want to focus a little bit more on long-term prevention and helping to slow down that infestation, you might consider using a topical or spot-on flea treatment like this one. Now, spot-on flea treatments have gotten a lot of bad press over the last decade or so. So after researching the market, I've chosen Frontline Plus as the best topical flea treatment you can use. So this product uses a combination of fipronil and S-methoprene. These are insecticides that work together to both kill adult fleas on your cat's body and to prevent new fleas from hatching. So this both helps to give your cat some immediate relief, and it also helps to really slow down the infestation while also protecting your cat from picking up fleas in the long term. One application of Frontline Plus will give your cat protection from fleas for up to 30 days. Both of the insecticides that are used in Frontline Plus appear to be really consistent and relatively safe for cats, making this an overall solid option. Now, Frontline Plus is safe for cats aged 8 weeks and up, so you can use it for almost all cats and kittens. Now, the next product that we're going to talk about falls into kind of the same category as the Frontline Plus. It's a preventive, it's something that you might be using to keep your cat from picking up fleas in the long term. And it's our favorite flea collar for cats. Now, flea collars can be a really contentious issue. While they used to be really the most popular and a really widespread flea treatment, they've declined in popularity, and a lot of vets are now saying that they're both less effective and less safe than other flea treatment options on the market. So a lot of flea collars out there are using really questionable insecticides. So they're using insecticides that have a reputation for either harming cats or potentially harming humans who pet their cats. So of all the different types of flea treatments out there, I think that collars tend to be the most dangerous for both humans and cats. This collar is an exception to the rule. So the Seresto flea collar contains 2 insecticides which work together to both kill adult fleas and prevent those fleas from reproducing. So it's a good long-term solution, especially if you think that your cat has a lot of exposure to fleas. And again, the Seresto collar is significantly safer than most of the other flea collars on the market. In fact, it's the only flea collar that I would recommend. Now, the Seresto flea collar is definitely on the expensive side. One collar costs just over $57 on Chewy right now, so it's certainly an investment, but it could be worth it for some people. So especially if you're just opting for the safest route and just going for an oral medication like one of these, and you're not using anything that's going to prevent the flea eggs from hatching, you're going to want to focus on treating the environment as well. Remember that only about 5% of the total infestation is actually on your cat's body. The remaining 95% of the infestation is all over your house. So you really need to interrupt that life cycle by getting rid of those eggs that are scattered all around your house. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to vacuum your house thoroughly. You're also going to want to wash as much of your cat's bedding and any other washable items in hot water and then run them through the dryer. And then you're going to want to use a flea spray. So these are 2 good options for flea sprays. The first is ultimately my preference. It's something that contains a variety of insecticides that are proven to kill adult fleas while also preventing those eggs from hatching. So products like this or Virbac's flea spray are going to work really well to kill all of the fleas in the environment and prevent that life cycle from going on. Now, you're going to want to read the instructions on the package really carefully and protect your family and your pets from the insecticides in this, as they tend to be on the harsher side. But products like this tend to be very, very effective. If you're looking for something that might be a little bit safer for your family, you might consider something like this Vet's Best spray, which contains a variety of essential oils that promise to eradicate fleas. But remember that these essential oils are not necessarily safe for your cat, and they do not have a solid reputation for getting rid of flea infestations. So this is ultimately the more questionable option, even though it might look like the safer, gentler choice. All right, so that's it for our list of the best flea treatment products you can buy. I hope that this was helpful for you, but if you need more information, I would encourage you to check out the description. There you'll find a link to our complete guide to getting rid of fleas. And there you're going to get a lot more information on all of the different types of insecticides that are used in flea treatments, which ones are safe, which ones aren't, which ones are controversial. You're also going to get more details on the process. So we have a step-by-step guide that will help you to resolve your flea infestation. While you're in the description, you'll also find links to all of these products so you can check them out for yourself if you're interested. Again, I hope that this video was helpful for you. I know that flea infestations can be incredibly frustrating and that choosing flea treatments is also quite daunting given that so many of these products come with scary side effects and a lot of scary stories. But hopefully this video helped you to get a better sense of what's available and which products are going to work best for your situation. Good luck with everything, and thank you for watching. Bye.